Fox News Alert. The Justice Department has started just now to drop 300,000 documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. This was scheduled to take place before a midnight deadline. Now, as questions swirl over what will be made public, the New York Times confirms what we already know, that there is no evidence implicating President Trump in Epstein's abuse of trafficking minors. With that, let's go to David Spunt in Washington, who has the latest. David.
Well, hey, Will, the law called for these documents to be released today in full by 11:59 p.m. on the 19th of December. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says that some 300,000, not 30,000, 300,000 documents will be released at some point today. They're already starting to populate online, but they're disorganized. It's all over the place. We're looking at pages that have redactions. We're looking at pages of court documents. We're trying to find out exactly what is new. But Blanche said that this is going to be the beginning of the release, and that is the key word. And I do want to set the expectations because officials say there will be documents that will be released over the next few weeks, though the deadline was today. Now, Will, DOJ lawyers have been working for the past month to go line by line, more than 185. We're told to expect redactions as the DOJ has the right to redact information that may compromise victim information. Fox has also told it's likely that some of the files released today may have already been released at some form in the past. But what's unclear, though, is how these files will be organized. Now, these files have been a headache for Attorney General Pam Bondi, also the president himself, who continue to field questions about Epstein documents after Bondi said she had Epstein's client list for review on her desk last February. Here's Blanche earlier today.
We are looking at every single piece of paper that we are going to produce, making sure that every victim, their name, their identity, their story, to the extent it needs to be protected, is completely protected. And so I expect that we're going to release more documents over the next couple of weeks. So today, several 100,000, and then over the next couple of weeks, I expect several 100,000 more.
Administration sources have told Fox that even if they release everything to the public, people will still be skeptical and never satisfied. Now, Epstein victims will have called for full transparency as long as victim information is protected. But Democrats on Capitol Hill have already threatened legal action, Will, if all of the documents are not out tonight by midnight. But you heard 300,000 today and possibly several 100,000 more over the next few days. So they're just getting released right now. And it's not something like you look on the screen and it says this date, this person, here are photographs. I mean, it's very tedious process. So we're going to start looking at it.
Well, I know it just dropped, David, and I know that's 300,000 documents for you to begin to make your way through. So we're going to release you to do that. And when you have the latest, we'd love for you to bring it back with us here today. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Will.
Fox Digital's Brooke Singman, by the way, has begun the process and reports that more than a dozen politically exposed people and government officials' names appear in the hundreds of thousands of pages of Jeffrey Epstein files. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said the DOJ discovered more than 1,200 victims and their families during the exhaustive review, and sources told Fox News Digital that new photos of Epstein with former President Bill Clinton are part of the release. The Justice Department redacted the names and identifiers of the victims. Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest